Hi, and welcome to IELTS IELTS test preparation videos. This video is a listening lesson example 2. The materials and the questions and answers that you see in this video are taken from aehelp.com. So for lots more help with the academic IELTS and to score high on the exam, please visit us there and join the full course. Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to be looking at a second example for the listening section of the IELTS exam. So in the previous videos, we covered a few major skills that you need to practice in order to be prepared for the listening section and to give yourself a good chance to get a high score. So again, this is listening section Example 2, Part 1. Okay, so in these lessons, we're going to be looking at the same skills as in the previous lessons, except we're going to change the order of the sections and the skills that we're going to practice. So in this first video, we're going to practice the very important skill of paraphrasing questions to improve our ability to comprehend quickly what the questions are asking, and of course to give ourselves the best chance during the exam to be able to guess or predict the way that the questions will be asked. Don't forget that on the IELTS during the listening section, of course you're answering the questions as you're listening, so while you're listening. And the way the test is designed is that the questions that you see on the paper will actually be often paraphrases of what you hear. So this can sometimes make it tricky and difficult, but if you practice this at home, it will give you a very good chance to improve your score. What this means, of course, paraphrasing, please remember, is saying the same idea but using different words. So don't forget that questions on the paper are paraphrases of what you hear. Okay, and then the second skill that we're going to look at with the section 2 of the listening example is going to be note-taking. So number 2, note-taking. So note-taking is something that you, again, do at home and you practice at home. It's not something that you can do during the test or during the exam because unlike TOEFL, in IELTS, you're actually answering questions as you listen. So this means that in the official exam, you don't have time to take notes while you listen. You just simply have time to answer the questions. But when you're at home and you're practicing improving your listening skills and your comprehension skills, then doing note-taking practice while listening is a very good exercise to improve your comprehension skills and your ability to perform better during the IELTS exam. So again, this is a skill that you practice at home, but it will give you an advantage or a benefit while you sit the exam. So again, note-taking, remember to practice it at home. To improve comprehension. All right, so we're going to practice this first skill, the paraphrasing the questions, with section 1 this time of the listening example, and then we'll practice note-taking with part 2 of the listening example. So again, remember, these materials are coming from our website, so to get more help with the IELTS, please visit us there and have a look. For now, let's see the questions for section 1, and then we'll practice paraphrasing them. Okay, so this is, of course, listening section 1 paraphrasing, and here you see the first question, where would the man like to play football? And then question 2, how many football matches has the man played in the league? Now again, remember with paraphrasing that there are a few different ways that you can paraphrase information. You can use synonyms, which of course is different words that have the same meanings. You can paraphrase with grammar. You can paraphrase with different kinds of language tools such as idioms, phrasal verbs, and so on. So again, if you're not sure how to paraphrase and the different techniques of paraphrasing, then please go back and have a look at the major skill of paraphrasing for the IELTS exam, which are in previous lessons. So we're going to use some of these paraphrasing skills, and when you're doing this at home and you're practicing, what I recommend is to take a blank piece of paper. When you have your listening questions, do write out the original question. So get that practice in your hand and in your mind. So take the original question from the practice exam, and on a separate piece of paper write it out again. So don't just write the paraphrase on the printed copy or a digital copy, but have your own handwriting. This will work better, and you'll see that as you're practicing this over and over. So just like what I did here, write out the original question, and then using a different colored pen or a pencil, I'm going to use blue, paraphrase the question underneath or above. I usually like to do it above. This time I'm going to do it below, but it's up to you. That doesn't really matter. So let's have a first look at this. Where would the man like to play football? So again, using grammar, using synonyms, we can paraphrase this nicely. Instead of where, we can say what location does the man intend to join a football club? Okay, so where would the man like to play football? What location does the man intend to join a football club? They mean basically the same thing, and you will be surprised when you practice this how often what you will actually hear in the audio is what you're paraphrasing. Now, not necessarily, but often this will happen. If you really get good at this, you can also try to paraphrase questions in more than one way. So you can try a third and a fourth way to paraphrase the question, and that will give you a really good chance to predict the way that it will be heard in the actual audio. So let's look at the second question here. How many football matches has the man played in the league? So again, another way to paraphrase this information. It's a little bit more complex ways. think about it in a whole kind of concept. So the entire information that this is saying. So how many football matches has someone played is going to be their play record. So we can say it another way like this. How often has this man participated in football games in this association? So this is another way, again, to ask the second question. And then just in this pattern, keep going. So paraphrase question 3, 4, 5, and it doesn't matter if it's multiple choice or fill in the blanks or a different type of question. The key here is just go through step by step, write out the original question, and then write out the paraphrase. So this is to help you here see some examples for 1 and 2. Now go ahead and try this for questions 3 through 10 for section 1. And then we will actually listen to the audio and try to answer the questions, and hopefully we'll recognize that a lot of the work that we did will pay off, and we will hear similar types of phrases and sentences that we've paraphrased while we listen to the audio. So go ahead, pause the video, take a couple minutes, try to paraphrase questions 3 to 10. So go back, look at those questions, paraphrase them, and when you're ready, continue the video and then listen to the audio, look at the questions, and see how well you did.
You will see that there is an example. This time only, the conversation relating to this question will be played.
Hello there. I'd like to register for the Autumn Men's Football League.
All right. In what town will you be playing?
I'd like to play in Chester, though I'd be willing to travel to Liverpool if I had to.
The man says he wants to play in Chester, so B has been indicated for you. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Hello there. I'd like to register for the Autumn Men's Football League.
All right. In what town will you be playing?
I'd like to play in Chester, though I'd be willing to travel to Liverpool if I had to.
Well, we have 2 spots left open on the team in Chester and 5 spots open on the team in Liverpool. There's a very good chance you would have to try out for the team in Chester. Are you a good player?
I consider myself a good player, yes. I have been to a number of the Autumn Men's League games in the past, just as a spectator, and I'm sure I would have no trouble fitting in.
Okay, good. So we will register you for Chester then. I just need to get some information from you, starting with your position. Where on the field do you prefer to play?
I'm a midfielder, although really I can play anywhere aside from goalkeeper.
Oh, I forgot to ask your name.
Right, I guess that's important. My name is Steve Trammell.
Would you mind spelling Trammell for me?
Certainly. Trammell is spelled T-R-A-M-M-E-L-L.
Right, now I need your home address, including your postcode.
I live in Chester, of course, at 452 King George Avenue. The postcode is MS868P4.
MS868P4?
Yes, that's right.
And your date of birth, sir?
The 8th of September 1986.
Okay. Now I need your phone number. Just a mobile number will do.
I don't have a mobile phone right now, unfortunately. I can give you my girlfriend's number instead.
That would be all right, I suppose.
Good. Her number is 329 633270.
Fine. I think that's all the information I need to gather from you. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do have a couple. First, when does the season start?
The season starts on the 28th of September, although your first game is later, I think. Let me check the schedule. Yes, your first game is October the 1st in Liverpool. Let me make a copy of the schedule for you.
Thank you. Could you also tell me how long each game is?
Each game has 2 halves, 40 minutes each half, so the game is 80 minutes long.
That's a little shorter than the other leagues I've played in. Games are usually 90 minutes.
Yes, our spring and summer leagues are 90-minute games, but our autumn league has only 80-minute games. I think it has something to do with the poor weather.
You now have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen to the rest of the interview and answer questions 6 to 10.
OK, can you tell me how many players are on each team? And I mean on the whole team, not just the players on the pitch.
Usually there are 5 additional players to the 11 on the pitch, so there are 16 players on each roster. We generally find that to be the perfect number. It allows for a few players to miss a game, but still allows lots of playing time for each player.
Yes, playing time is what I was worried about. I don't want to pay my money and then sit on the sidelines the whole season. Are there minimum playing time requirements?
Yes, each player must play a minimum of half a game, so you are guaranteed at least 40 minutes of playing time per game.
Wonderful. That puts my mind at ease. Could you tell me what facility we play at in Chester?
That information is on the schedule, along with the addresses of all the other facilities in the league. Here's your schedule.
Thank you. Oh good, it states we play 2 streets from my flat. How convenient.
That is very lucky. Do you have any more questions?
No, I think that's it. Oh wait, how much does it cost to register?
It's going to be £125 for the season, including all fees. How would you like to pay?
I'll be paying cash.
Right. Would you like a receipt? If you find that it doesn't work out time-wise, you can always bring the receipt back and we will give it.
That is the end of section 1. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
See the rest of this lesson, and for lots more help with the listening section as well as other parts of the academic IELTS, please visit us at www.aehelp.com and join our full course.